Petty. Oh, really? Seriously, you're gonna just keep doing that? Come on now, you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to teach people how to surrender, live a worry-free life, and you keep worrying me with your falling. Why, yada. Oh, it's only Oh, hey. Thank you all for tuning in to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 ways that Jhene Aiko taught me how to surrender. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about once I start explaining the lyrics. Got my tea here. Oh, and the quote for today is, "The plants have enough spirit to transform our limited vision." Rosemary Gladstar. I don't know who that is. This is my Breathe Deep tea. So y'all ready? I really don't want to wear these glasses. Okay. Here we go. The first song is Waves from her Sold Out album. And here we go. If there's one thing I learned while in those county lines, is that everything takes time. You've gotta lose your pride. You have gotta lose your mind just to find your peace of mind. You've gotta trust the signs. Everything will turn out fine. So you gotta keep going. That's why I keep going. And then in that same song, I believe this is basically the chorus because she repeats these. So then she goes on to say, you gotta understand, there's really no end. There's really no beginning. There's really no real. There's really no pretending. There's really no fail. There's really no winning. 'Cause nothing really isn't. Everything really isn't. That's why I keep going. So, what she means by that, like, if you just listen, it just makes you want to just, that's why Jhene really, she be speaking some real stuff. And more recently, in her most recent album, like what album is that? The Chilombo. And she made like 2 of them. Because it's like you know what I'm talking about. It's the one where she looks really pretty. I'll post them up here. And it's the one where she looks like a little bit softer. She has the yellow headband. And then the other one, she has the hairstyle. It kind of looks like Bantu Knots. I could be wrong. But you get what I'm saying. It's like kind of like the remix of them all. And I think it's really great that, first of all, Jhene set intentions for her music to heal, because she learned that her music was healing people. Like, people would just come to her like, oh my God, your song just brought me out of this, or it just brought me out of the darkness. Like, she was getting a lot of compliments on how her songs made people feel. So then she realized, she realized that was her purpose. So she started to make her songs with the intention to heal people. And she started studying the different type of tones and the ways you can use instruments and how they affect certain parts of the body, the mind, your chakras. So she's putting that intent in the song. So if you do feel like Jhene's songs are healing you, she's setting that intention, setting the mood, literally. So with the Waves album, with the Sold Out album, I don't think she did that, but her music still, she been talking about this for a long time, okay? That woman is beautiful. She's touched, okay? So basically, she says, if there's one thing that I learned while in those county lines, is that everything takes time. You have got to lose your pride. You have got to lose your mind just to find your peace of mind. You have to trust the signs that everything will turn out fine. Trust the signs. And by the signs, everything takes time, okay? And since we're focusing on the fact of focusing on surrendering, the mindset that you have now and that was created, you've learned that. You spent a lot of time being fed information. We've all been fed information since we came out the womb. You know? We were put into survival mode, basically. Like, we were fed information, literally spoon-fed information. Okay? It took years. It took years for them to program our minds the way that they are programmed, or were programmed, if you haven't already. Transition into actually understanding yourself. So, it's going to take time. A lot of things are easier said than done. So sometimes it just takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of groundwork. It takes a lot of time. You didn't become you overnight. So you're not going to become the new you overnight again. You know, just going to say it like that. So you got to lose your pride. You have to lose your pride. Where? Let me look up the definition. My leg. Let me look up the definition of pride real quick. Let's get factual. Let's get actually factual. Factually. It's a phrase that's making me think of. What is that making me think of? Actually, factually. That's something. I seen that on a movie or something. It's not that, but the way I just said that, it's on a movie. Let's see what the... Okay. So you're trying to act like I don't know my password? You know what? I don't have my... This might solve that problem. Who knows what I was clicking? Not I. It's still... I put my eyes on... Okay, we're in. Okay, let's see what the definition of pride is. Get factual. Let's drop facts. You gotta lose your pride. A feeling of deep pleasure, satisfaction derived from one's own achievements, the achievements of those with whom is closely associated, or from qualities or possessions that are widely admired. Consciousness of one's own dignity. Be especially proud of. Some synonyms: self-esteem, dignity, honor, self-respect, ego. Arrogance, vanity, self-importance, self-glorification, self-admiration, conceit, snobbery, haughtiness. You gotta lose your pride every once in a while because you don't know everything. You don't. And you know what taught us that we don't know anything? Common sense. And you know what I mean by common sense? The fact that I'm going to speak for myself in this instance. I know for a fact that I don't know everything because I've been to a library and I've never read every single book in that library. And I understand that just because, even if I read every book in that library, I know there's a million libraries around the world of books that I've never seen, I can't even read the title, don't understand the language, I don't know it. So I'm not going to pretend like I do. There are, I don't know if there's really millions of languages. See? And I'm okay to admit that. I don't know if there's millions of languages. You know who does? The internet. How many languages are there in the world? I don't even want to trust the internet. I can't even. The internet said it's 6,500 languages. But either way it goes, I don't know them. You got to lose your pride, okay? You got to understand that you don't know everything, and that's okay. It's okay. And when you're losing your pride, it feels like you're losing your mind. When you are First of all, she says, because I'm going to bring it back. Because after you lose your pride, you've got to lose your mind just to find your peace of mind. You have got to trust the signs that everything will turn out fine. Now, what helps me understand that line? You got to understand there's really no end. There's really no beginning. There's really no real. There's really no pretending. There's really no fail. There's really no winning. Because nothing really isn't. Everything really isn't. That's why I keep going. So, all of this stuff is made up. Okay? The sooner you understand that everything is made up, you're gonna feel like you're losing your mind. I was gonna say no offense to white people, but it's the truth, okay? Specifically, the point I want to make from this, or not even the point, but specifically an example, would be for us black people. We were taught stuff in school. And right now, we're getting more and more of the truth. As you get older, you start to get more and more of the truth. And once you start to get more and more of the truth, you can either accept it or be in denial and choose not to get it. Which I understand because, like I said, everything takes time. We weren't fed all this information overnight. We weren't. It wasn't like we woke up one day in elementary school and learned about our history, and then the next day was like, oh yeah, by the way, we just learned all of that was a lie. But we're gonna condition you. Like, no. A lot of us, except for the people that's in school now, let me not get too specific. But it's going to take some time to unlearn everything that you learned previously. And it's going to feel like you're losing your mind because everything that you thought you knew is thrown out the window. All of this stuff is made up. Competitions is made up. Games are made up. Winners and losers are made up. Winning and losing is made up. Like say American Idol. Okay, now I'm not talking about... Okay, bye. Oh, hi. I'm not talking about the auditions because I already know how that be going. I'm talking about the winners, well, the people who get to advance from the auditions and then they make it to the actual American Idol competition. Even though there's a winner, people still people still win in their own way. You might not have been the winner of American Idol, but you still came and did what you came to do. You performed, you showed off your talent, and people still seen it. And it might be some big names that you weren't even expecting. Like, you're still going to get endorsements. You're still going to get what you came for. As long as you open up and accept it and understand there's really no real. You just gotta understand. There's really no end. There's really no beginning. You just have to get it. Like, you came to do what you got to do. Maybe you didn't win the competition that was made up because somebody sat in their room and was like, what would be great if we have a bunch of singers come and audition for us. And then we pick them, and then we ask America to choose who's the best singer. Wouldn't that be fun? Like, this all happened in somebody's bedroom, because that's what I'm doing. But it was made up, okay? You just gotta trust the signs that everything will turn out fine. You gotta trust the signs. Like, if you go up for a promotion, and you didn't get that promotion, you gotta trust the signs, and you have to trust the signs from within. Trust the signs from within you. How do you feel? I don't want to tell you about that thought process I just had. But how do you feel after you got that? After you realize you didn't get the promotion? Do you feel like you need to fight for it? Do you feel like maybe you weren't confident enough to go and get it? Maybe there's things that you're lacking. Or maybe the person just might have been better suited for the job, and maybe there's something else out there for you. You just got to trust the signs. Everything will turn out fine. It's not going to be the end of the world, okay? All of this stuff is made up. It's all made up. Rent, made up. Parking spaces, parking meters, made up. It's all made up. Okay? You just gotta understand. If you know, you know. And once you know, you will get it. Okay? Because some people probably listen to this and they're like, what is she talking about? And then, but when you know, okay, when you know and you trust the signs, you'll understand. Okay? We're gonna move to number 2. This one is a short one. This is from Spotless Mind. This is also from the Sold Out album. And this is my favorite song. Maybe I'm just a wanderer. She says, shame on me for changing. No, no, no. Shame on you for staying the same. Oh, shame on me for changing. Shame on you for staying the same, baby. You know, you'll start to notice that even though you're starting to realize a lot of things and you're starting to just see things for what they are, people are going to start looking at you like you crazy. Like, when you start evolving and starting to understand the world around you and seeing its true colors and putting your energy into things that, you know, that is for your energy. Putting your energy where it deserves to be. Because not everyone is deserving of your energy. So people might shame you for changing, shame you for your views, shame you for your awakening because they're not quite there yet. And that's okay. But it's no, not shame on me for changing, because people are meant to change. If people weren't meant to change, then our bodies wouldn't be doing it naturally. If people weren't meant to change, then why do the seasons change? If people aren't meant to change, then why do we change clothes? How many times have you been in school and people make fun of people for wearing the same clothes over and over again, but people ain't meant to change? You just have to start understanding things. Once you start to understand that you are changing, and a lot of things that matter to a lot of other people don't matter to you, you're going to be worried about less things. And people, the way that the world has set us up, and the way that the world has set us up and the way that the world has programmed us is basically to be worried. We have been programmed to live a worried life. We have literally been programmed to live a worried life. They teach us to worry about everything. They teach us to worry about bills. They teach us to worry about college. They teach us to worry about how we're going to pay for college. They teach us to worry about how we're going to live on our own. They teach us to worry about a lot of things. Nature. Everyday basic things, okay? They teach us to worry about it. That's why people be out here trying to keep up with the Joneses. Because we worried about the wrong things. We have to quit allowing people to place worry on us. Quit allowing people to shame us for changing. And then let them slow your changing. Once you understand that, you will live a less worried life. Surrendering allows you to live a life with less worry because you start to place your energy and your focus on the things that matter. And now I'm going to move to the third quote. So the third quote is from Summer 2020, and that's from the Chilombo album. And this is the album that I was talking about where I said she set the intent in her music to heal. Set the intent. Goodness, I had a little popcorn. Now I got the hiccups. Ooh. I went to the dentist today. And yeah, this is from the Summer 2020 song. This is my favorite song. Oh, Divine. I spelled Divine. I put diving on here. Really, Taisha? I mean, really, Princess Ty? Diving, though? Yeah, I watched her perform this song on Tiny Desk from my computer screen. And it was I loved it. She did really good. So if you want to check that out, that's the Tiny Desk. It was a home concert. She was performing it, and she sang a version of this song. Yeah, I was trying to debate if I'm gonna sing that part or not, because yeah, why not? It's on my paper. Might as well. Just a Midas touch. Might as well. Okay, I'm done. Summer 2020. That's my song. This is the album where she set intent in her music. Basically, this is when she started using the different tools and the different instruments that focus on specific parts in your body and that tune into certain chakras, and just to help your vibration. She actually set that intent in this album. So if you feel like this album is touching you, or certain songs from this album is like touching like certain parts of your chakra, or tuning into certain parts of your energy, or you just feel like, that's because she set that intent. So it's really happening. Let it happen. And it could be all good, all good. Okay, I ain't singing that. That ain't on this list, but that is a banger. Okay. Number 3. Times are changing, strangers getting stranger. Generations faced with genocide. Trying to make a way through pain and anger. Then I look into my baby's eyes, and I feel like sometimes I cry, 'cause it feels so good to be alive. When I fall in line with my divine, I can see a side the sun shines more. I'll take some rain with my sunshine. You know what I thought she was saying? I'll take some rain with my sunshine. But don't tell her I said that. I really was thinking, I'm like, because normally when she be singing stuff, you should be singing stuff like, I need some rain with my sunshine. I thought that's where she was going with it. But then when I was reading lyrics, I'm like, oh, she been saying rain all this time. I guess that makes sense. Okay, so that is some real deal holy feel, okay? Because times are changing. Strangers getting stranger. We talking about summer 2020 now. Don't forget. Times are changing. Strangers getting stranger. Like, that's self-explanatory. It's a different world we live in. And I mean, that happens often. The world changes all the time. Every 4 years. I mean, it's a lot deeper than politics, though. But strange is getting stranger. Generations are faced with genocide. Plenty of generations, not just ours. Hands up, don't shoot. Generations are literally faced with genocide. Yes, I'm opening up my laptop to Google the definition of genocide. Either. Let me make sure. Let's do this together. Genoke. Spelled it wrong. Awesome. Genocide. The deliberate killing of a large number of people from a particular nation or ethnic group with the aim of destroying that nation or group. Ooh, I just got chills. Racial killing is a synonym. Massacre is a synonym. Mass slaughter is a synonym. Whew. I just got chills again. Man. It's strange. It's strange that people hate people because of the color of their skin. Generations are literally faced with genocide, and it's not just the United States, not just America. Trying to make a way through pain and anger, because that's irritating to know. It's irritating to sit down, face the truth. It's irritating. It's painful. And it makes people angry. And if you're not angry, then you're just choosing to not see the truth. So, you try to make a way through that. Because even though this is happening, we know that we're not going to be able to fix it overnight, okay? That's the reality. We can't stop them from doing what they're doing overnight. All the police officers, all the white people that are racist, they're not just going to, all of them, collectively, all of them. This is what I'm saying. All of them. Just before anybody try to combat what I'm saying. I'm saying every single last one of them collectively on the same day are not going to wake up the next day and be like, you know what? Maybe we should stop doing what we're doing. You know, if we see a black guy running away, maybe we shouldn't shoot. Now that would be a blessing. That would definitely put a smile on a lot of people's faces, but the reality is that's not going to happen overnight. Collectively, white people, racist white people, what's the word I'm looking for? Racist cops, prejudiced cops, discriminatory acts. Unfortunately, it's not going to stop overnight. Unfortunately. When we think about Haiti, yep, laptop back open. I feel like I'm at work. I mean, I kind of am. Hey, y'all. But no, let me see. Let's see when Haiti overthrown their government. See how long it took Haiti to overthrow the French. Put simply, the Haitian Revolution, a series of conflicts between 1791 and 1804. Anybody know that math? I could have wrote it down, but you know. That's what's up. But no, the math. 13 years. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? It only took them 13 years to do that, because I mean, I could live to see that. Hold on now. Hold on now. The Haitian Revolution, a series of conflicts between 1791 and 1804, was the overthrow of the French regime in Haiti by the Africans and their descendants who had been enslaved by the French in the establishment of an independent country founded and governed by former slaves. Shoot, I was thinking about something else when I seen this. I done forgot what I was talking about when I was saying that. Oh, the police and saying it's not going to happen overnight. But, I mean, whew. Anyway, so it took 13 years for the Haiti to overthrow the French government. Strange is getting stranger and things are happening around us and they are very irritating and it makes you very angry. It's angering to know that this is what we're facing. It's angering. It's irritating when you finally realize the truth and you see how much you've been manipulated as a kid. And it's annoying. It's annoying to know how they treated us. It's annoying to know how they still currently treat us. And it's annoying to know that all this stuff is going on and I know that I can't save everybody. It's hard to sit down and realize and understand that. When you fall in line with your divine, when you fall in line with your divine. The definition of divine is like God, providence, protective care of God, nature as a spiritual power. When you fall in line with your nature as a spiritual power, when I fall in line with my divine. When you fall in line with your divine, when you fall in line with your power, when you fall in line with your natural power, when you fall in line with your like God power, fall in line with your purpose. When you fall in line, you will see a side where the sun shines more. When you fall in line with your divine. The definition of divine. I read it on this paper, but let me get down. Let me get real specific. Only because I spelled divine on that paper. That popcorn really coming up. I only had a couple pieces. Oh, I see what I did. My back. Okay, so of, from, or like God, or a God. Excellent, delightful, providence, or God. Divine. When you fall in line of, from, or like a God, when you fall in line with your divine, when you start to understand yourself and you start to realize with your real eyes, when you start to realize and see things with your real eyes, you will see a side where the sun shines more. Like she said previously, there's really no end, there's really no beginning. Because you have to understand that basically when you fall in line with your power, you will understand what you're here for. You will remember why you're here. All of these things are going on. And they have been going on for generations. It's painful. It's angering, but you gotta keep going. You gotta trust the signs. You gotta understand that everything will turn out fine. If you want to see the sunshine and not live in the darkness, then you have to surrender and trust that everything will turn out fine. People are walking in their purpose, and everything that we do is gonna come together. Everything you do is gonna come together, okay? You might not feel like whatever you're doing is helping the matter at hand, but it will eventually. If everything that you do, first of all, number one, the one thing to I'm just gonna flat out say what it is. The one thing that stops a lot of people from surrendering is doing it for the green. And by green, I mean the money. When you do things for the money, that kind of jacks you up, because that's what a lot of people have a hard time letting go of. Basically, I know people got bills to pay. I know the rent due. I know all of that. But when you fall in line with your divine, it will all make sense. How do I want to say this? Like, I'll just speak for myself. So I was a serial job quitter, okay? Not because I am a quitter, but first of all, I'm a life path number 1. So if you have the life path number 1, you are like you just have an entrepreneurial, entrepreneurial, I don't have to say this word, but now that I messed up on it, now I want to say it. Entrepreneurial. You have an entrepreneurial mindset. And we don't like taking orders. We don't like being told what to do. I ain't gonna say we like to be the boss, but we're just natural born leaders. So what I'm getting at is, when I used to be at work, at any job, and I held some jobs for a little bit. Longest job I had, I think it was 2 years, and I ended up quitting there because they didn't want to give me a raise. But the way I feel, like the way I felt about jobs, like I'm not working for the money. I mean, yes, the money is good. Yes, it pays my bills. Yes, it gets things taken care of for me. But if I don't want to be there, then I'm not going to be there. If you're talking to me crazy, I will leave. I might cuss you out. And it's hard. It's hard for me to just sit there and take stuff. And that was my issue with work. Like, I can't just be like, I tried it. Like, positive energy, positive vibes, positivity. Boom! Now I'm snapping. Like, it's hard. So I just learned that, you know what? This is not for me, okay? This is not for me. I thrive. I get the most money when I'm having a good time. I make the most money when I am enjoying myself. That's when I make the most money. The money comes. The money will come. The money will come. You gotta trust the signs, okay? The money will come. Generations is faced with genocide, but you just have to live your life. You have to live your life. You have to find time for yourself. And in the meantime, there are people out there that, because like I said, we're all connected, okay? But you just have to, the world is changing. It's not like how we once knew it. And it's feeling a little strange, okay? Generations are faced with genocide, literally. Generations are faced with genocide. They are killing our people. They're killing our people. And it's not just happening here. It's not just happening in America. It's not just happening in the U.S. It's happening all around. And you're trying to make a way through pain and anger because you're mad. This stuff is irritating. It's really irritating, but we have to live our lives. We're not going to let people Don't let people scare you. Don't let the government scare you. Don't let your boss scare you. Don't let your parents scare you. Don't let your kids scare you. Don't let anybody or anything scare you out of living your life. I have this little sticky note here. Fear is a useless emotion. A lot can be accomplished without fear. A lot can be accomplished without fear. Right here, I got happiness and self-worth always. Positivity always. less salt, less sugar, more water. Okay, that one doesn't apply. But I mean, I understand specifically. I know fear, just like the ego, it's up there for a defense mechanism. It's helpful when it is, but when it's not, it's not. Okay. When it's not, it's definitely not. Because of what's happening to us doesn't mean that we have to sit at home and be miserable. Okay. That's all I want to say. Definitely, in any way we could do our part, find a way to do your part. But don't let yourself sit at home and be stressed out about it and be miserable and be sad. We are all connected. And once you fall in line with your divine, you'll be able to figure out what your power is, figure out what your purpose is, figure out just how the bees pollinate the flowers and help them grow, just how cats came and protected the grains, protect grains from mice. That's helpful. How bees pollinate and they make honey, and birds, what do birds do? Birds come. Do they pollinate? Dang, I'm getting a lesson today, huh? Oh, and birds help with the pollination. Birds help help maintain a sustainable population levels, their prey and predator species, and after death provide food for scavengers and decomposers. So birds, animals, they take care of the earth. They take care of what they need to take care of. They serve their purpose, and they're taken care of every day. They just live. They live and they do what they came here to do. So we need to get back to our instinctive powers, our instinctive knowledge to just figure out what we're here to do. Okay? And it's not to be miserable. Our ancestors didn't go through what they went through for us to be sitting here living miserably by some made up laws and rules. Okay? That's all I'm going to say on that. Number 4, we are all slaves of desire, controlled by the things we think that we need. No, I'm not trying to preach to the choir. I'm just a girl born into this world. I'm not no God or Messiah, but here's what I know. Everything must go. Everything you own, forget about it. Everything must go. Like everything you think you know, everything must go. Everything you own, everything must go. Like everything you think you know. Take it easy, simple, like summertime. Basically, what she's... Ow. My ponytail. Where was you at? You weren't with me shooting in the gym? So, that's not on this lyric. If you haven't already, check out that Tiny Desk home concert. Like, it's just so peaceful. You can meditate to that. She's so great. So, we are all slaves of desire, controlled by the things we think that we need. We've been spoon-fed information, okay? Spoon-fed everything. Now, I appreciate everything that I have. I appreciate having a home. I appreciate having heat, air in the summer, heat in the winter, a bed to sleep in. I appreciate it all. I appreciate my laptop, my cell phone, my paper, my pencil, my pens. I can go on and on and on about all the things that I appreciate. But I know slaves of desire, Some of us are addicted. Some people think that addiction stops at drugs. There are all types of things you can be addicted to. You could be addicted to all types of things. Number 1, cell phones. Number 2, social media. Number 3, the internet. Even though I appreciate the internet because it was a great creation, okay? But I must admit, the internet does baby us. It's very easy. It's very easy to be babied by the internet. It makes you just want to, internet. See how many definitions I just Googled? Even though I do have a dictionary at home, but I'm at my mom's, as you can see. So, we are all slaves of desire, controlled by the things we think that we need. A lot of things that we think that we need, we don't. The key word need, the essentials, the necessities, the things that we actually need. We overindulge in a lot of things. We overindulge a lot. Through Corona, kind of, it definitely helps you learn about the things that you actually need. And a lot of things that we thought we needed, when Corona hit, you realized you didn't. She said, I'm not trying to preach to the choir. I'm just a girl born into this world. Basically, here's what I know. She's been through this, okay? We've all been through it or are currently going through it. It's hard sitting in Indian style for a long time, ain't it? Because goodness, my legs sleep. But yeah, we've all been through it. All been through it, going through it, or living in it. Being controlled by the things that we think that we need. We don't need fast food. We don't need Burger King. We don't need McDonald's. IJS, we don't. We don't need pop. We don't need meat. We don't need it. Everything must go. And this, mind you, this is the way. This is the ways that she taught me how to surrender. Okay? All we really need at the end of the day is our faith. All we need is our faith and trust and guidance. Our faith, we need trust. Trust that everything will be fine. Everything must go. Everything you think you know, everything must go. Forget about it. Keep it simple. Easy like summertime. Keep it simple. Life does not have to be as hard. Life is only as hard as you make it. Is that my phone in my eyes? Life is as hard as you make it, okay? Take it easy, simple, like summertime. I don't really know much more I can say. Everything must go, like everything you think you know. You don't know everything. And you think you know everything, but still be open to listening. Still be open to new ideas. Still be open to hearing. Open to just understanding that you have more options than you think. Okay? You have a lot more options than you think. Everything you think you need, everything you think you know, it really isn't. We are all slaves of desire. Controlled by the things we think that we need. Slaves of desire. Let's look up desire. I done Googled everything today. Just talked about slaves of the internet. A strong feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen. Strongly wish for or want something. We are slaves of desire, of wanting things that we think that we need. Everything must go. Everything you think you know. In order to surrender, everything must go. Everything you think you know. And you have to trust in your heart. You have to trust and believe that everything will be okay. Which will lead me into number 5, the final verse, okay? And this one basically sums it all up, okay? This one is actually very literal, and this sums it all up, okay? Let me open up my laptop again so I can pull up a definition before I even... This, okay, y'all. Don't be sleeping on Jhene. Like, how can you... She said, I'm a boss, child, you don't for me. How? How can you not? How could you not? So, this one, of course, number 5 had to be surrender. Surrender yourself to me. Of course, I thought I still had my glasses on. Like, of course, number 5 has to be surrender, okay? From the Chilumbo album, of course. And I learned that Dr. Chill is her dad. Now, I did some research now. I hope that's true, because I was looking, I'm like, who is this Dr. Chill? Like, who did she quote? It's her dad, okay? That's what I came up with, and I think that's right. So, the first part of that song I wanted to pick is going slowly, floating towards me. Don't ever ignore me. You'll be sorry, yeah. Surrender. Basically, going towards me. Going slowly, floating towards me. Don't ever ignore me. You'll be sorry. Spirit, God, knowing, it's floating towards you. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore the signs. Don't ignore the signs. Everything is happening for a reason, okay? Tune into it. Be present. Tune into what's happening. Don't ignore it. You're gonna be sorry. When you ignore signs, you get bigger signs, okay? Y'all done seen the meme when people be getting hit with signs, when they be like, God, send me a sign, and they be laying up under the stop sign. Like, you've been praying for the answers, and when you get them, you ignore them. You're gonna be sorry, yeah. You're gonna be sorry when you keep running into the same issue and over again, okay? You're gonna be sorry, okay? You gotta recognize the signs. And then the sum it all up part from Dr. Chill, sum it all up, her dad, he says, surrender to quantum consciousness, which gave us all that we be. Can't you see? And it is all for free. Your soul, your mind, your heart, your body, your potentiality, your reality, your spirituality. I didn't write that down. We get it all for free. So why can't we just give it all back easily? Surrender. There, let me start at quantum physics. So I'm just tell you the definition of quantum physics. He says surrender to quantum consciousness. I typed in quantum physics because of the research I was doing. How I do that? Okay. So, surrender to quantum consciousness. I could have just stopped there. I could have just really just made this video about that sentence. Like, she gave you the blueprint, literally, to life. Quantum consciousness is the blueprint to life. Okay? It's the blueprint to living the life that you want to live. Okay? It's the blueprint. Quantum, let me read you the definition. The quantum mind or quantum consciousness is a group of The quantum mind or quantum consciousness is a group of hypotheses proposing that classical mechanics cannot explain consciousness. It posits that quantum mechanical phenomena such as entanglement and superstition may play an important part in the brain's function and could explain consciousness. Let me go to a different definition. I didn't like that. That didn't make any sense to me. Yeah. So right here, the nature of consciousness remains deeply mysterious and profoundly important with extensional medical and spiritual implication. We know what it is like to be conscious, to have awareness, a conscious mind, but who or what are we who know such things? How is the subjective nature of phenomenal experience, our inner life, to be explained in scientific terms? What consciousness actually is and how it comes about remain unknown. The general assumption in modern science, I might need to go to a different page. Talking about this daggone hypothesis. Hypothesis. I just realized I'm saying hypothesis is hypothesis. Okay. The nature of consciousness remaining experience. Okay, great. Okay, so based on my findings, I'm going to stick with quantum physics. So, right now, what I just found on here, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but comment down below if you want me to do a whole video on quantum physics, because I'm going to do my research on it. Quantum consciousness. Because once I explain it a little bit, just let me know if you want me to go deeper into explaining. But so far, what I just picked up from this website, because I'm going to go to the website that I know. Because after I heard this term, after I seen surrender to quantum consciousness, I went to look up quantum physics. Because I'm like, number one, let me figure out surrender to quantum consciousness. What does that mean? I got hot. Hold on. I'm the research princess right now. Trying to find a way to turn in anger. Okay, there we go. Research Tye, research princess. So, what time is it? I want to have this video posted by 11/11 on 11/11. Let's do it. You know what? Let's look up quantum before I even do what I was about to do. Quantum definition. Yep. Oh, they trying to be funny, y'all. I done cracked the code. What? Because they won't even let me look up the definition of quantum. They said, what is this girl trying to do? So, let's break it down. It says, surrender to quantum consciousness. Quantum meaning... You know what? I'm not messing with that. Okay. Quantum meaning... Excuse me. You know what? You better quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. I really didn't got super hot. I turned on my space heater thinking I was cold. Sweat. Ooh, salt his hair. So, quantum means a discrete quantity of energy proportional in magnitude to the frequency of the radiation it represents. Okay. I know what some of these words mean. So, Another definition is the unit quantity of acetylcholine released at a neuromuscular junction by a single synaptic vesicle contributing a discrete small voltage to the measured end plate potential. So basically, long story short, quantum is energy. And it's energy depending on, because synaptic vessel, that's in your brain. Synaptic, that's in your brain, in your nerve cells. So yeah, so if y'all want to comment down below if you want me to do a deeper video into this, because I'm like, I will sit here and I will break it down. I was on my way. I felt it now. I was just... So basically, let me get you to what I got so far. Even though I had already did this research, but now I'm just like, you know, seeing what else I can find. Because I selected when I first started looking up quantum consciousness, I got on YouTube and I found quantum physics. And quantum, basically, they say that quantum consciousness based on this right here. Basically, I seen something that said that quantum consciousness was a function of quantum physics, okay? So, basically, it is using your mind and your energy into bringing things into fruition. And it takes strong belief. Strong belief. Erykah Badu said, I know this ain't about Erykah Badu, but I was watching an interview of her 5 years ago, and she said, he asked her, like, how are you able to do all of this? Or what, basically just asking her, like, how was she so talented, or how was she able to just make all the music that she made? And she said, desire it, and it shall be. Desire it, and it shall be. Quantum consciousness and quantum physics is basically believing, okay? Believing. Truly believing. Truly believing. Truly believing, okay? All of this stuff, our mind, our body, our soul, our potentiality, our reality, we get it all for free, so why can't we give it all back easily? Basically, let all that worry go. Let all of that doubt go. Why is it so easy? Why is it so easy for us to believe that things aren't supposed to go our way? If you sit there and think, and you truly believe that every day that you have is a bad day. Oh, I always have bad days. Oh, everything bad always happens to me. Oh, I'm so unlucky. Oh, I don't understand why this keeps happening to me. Why do bad things keep happening to me? Well, why would good things happen to you if you always believe that bad things happen to you? If you're so good at believing that bad things can happen to you and it happens, then transfer that energy. Why is it so hard for you to start believing that good things can happen to you? Like I said earlier, of course it's easier said than done. Okay? I've lived in doubt before. I've doubted myself before. I've believed that I just had bad things was just happening to me, okay? And I believed that was my life. But then I had to stop and I had to think, like, you see that? Good things are supposed to happen to me. And guess what started happening when I started truly believing? Good things. Good things. Good things are supposed to happen to you. Believe it, okay? All this reality that was given to us, give it back. Give it back. Goodness. If Corona didn't teach you that, then I don't know what will. If Corona didn't teach you that all of these things is fake, then I don't know what will. But, and you know what? I ain't even gonna say that, because I know, like I said, people are amazing. You will surprise yourself if you let you. It really is just so easy to believe all of the bad things in any religion. Any religion. If you don't have belief, then it's hard for it to work. A lot of Christians say that they believe that God has their back, but do they? Do you truly believe that? Ask yourself, do you truly believe it? I was also watching, it was from one of the Issa productions on YouTube. She got some good stuff on there, y'all. I was getting stuck. I didn't watch stuff back to back. I was gonna say back to black, but I meant to say back to back because she had an awkward black girl show or something like that on there. She got some good stuff on there. What was the show called? It was one of her productions, but it was this one woman who wrote it. It's called First. Yes, it's called First. It was an episode that makes me want to cry. Okay, before I get to crying, tune into it. Okay, First on Netflix. I'll put the link below. I'll also put the link to Jhene. Ooh, that didn't hurt, but I ain't trying to start no problems. But I wasn't expecting this popcorn to be that good. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put the link to Jhene's Tiny Desk home concert as well. Trust in the night and the stars that shine. Trust in the moon and know its love is divine. Believe with all your heart that love can save. And no matter what comes, you must be brave. I think that's a beautiful quote. Okay, I think that's a very, very beautiful quote. Trust, believe, desire it, and it shall be. Take it easy. Life don't have to be hard, okay? It doesn't have to be hard. Don't be a victim of your past. Don't be a victim of your environment. Be a product of it. Be a product of your environment. Don't have a oh, woe is me attitude. Easier said than done, but it starts with you. It starts from within. And yeah. You just have to let it happen. You have to surrender. And like I said, I know this didn't happen for me overnight. It took me years. It took me years. It took me mantras. It took me a long time to understand that good things are supposed to happen to me. Minimalism, being a minimalist. Keep it simple. Life does not have to be complicated. Find out what you love to do and be the best at it. Find out what you love to do. Love. I believe on the, what's the scale called? The energy scale. Love is at the top. Find what you love to do and be the best at it. My friend Chantel, she got a YouTube. Her mom said that. I mean, I've heard that before, but find what you love to do and be the best at it. Yeah, my friend, Mom Chantel. Okay, she has a YouTube channel, or not her mom. But my friend Chantel has a YouTube channel. But she said it in my manifestation, when we were making our manifestation board. She said that in that video. Find what you love to do and be the best at it, okay? We are here to enjoy life. Love heals all. Visualize happiness in the now. Being happy now attracts happiness later. Find out what really matters to you. What is essential to you? family, friends, your career, your craft, your pets. I hope this helped, because listening to these songs and actually listening to them and analyzing them helped me to surrender to quantum consciousness, to quantum physics. If you want a video that goes deeper into quantum physics and quantum consciousness, please comment below. If this helped you out, comment below. If you loved any of these songs, just comment below. But just keep it peaceful, please. Keep it peaceful. Keep it positive. And I really just hope that this helped, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And I hope that you get closer to your surrendering and just letting go and letting God, and understanding that trust the signs and you will be fine. Everything will be okay. Okay? I lost my job. Oh, this eyebrow is really so excited to be on my face. Like, I lost my job. And I talked about it in my Picking Any video. But then after that, they called me and basically said I was laid off because they went under new management and I could reapply. No thanks. So, and I am doing just fine. YouTube hasn't started paying me yet, but one day I definitely expect it. And yeah, that's what happened. But I trust that God got me. I trust that I'll be fine. And I have been fine. So don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you all for watching. Bye.